Hello guys, hello girls, hello women, hello everybody that pretends to be or is a human becoming. Welcome back to your favorite knowledge drip, Wild Thoughts, with your host, The Big Bang. Wow, what a spectacular intro that was. It's been a while since I've been on the microphone, maybe like 2 weeks. And I know everyone's angry at me. They've been emailing me, and you guys have been emailing me and asking me. I missed the first, and everybody is enjoying what we normally do on the first, which is a massive movement. And the Massive Movement Part 9, of course, because it's the 9th month and we started this book on the 1st. And so, we got 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12 all already written. And everyone's emailing me, and they're going, what's going on? Why aren't you sharing with the new knowledge drip yet? What's up with that? How come you didn't put out the new fucking Massive Movement Part 9? And I said, well, because I haven't done it yet. Because I'm sometimes procrastinating it. But that's okay. It's alright to procrastinate sometimes. Sometimes it is. Sometimes I really enjoy procrastinating. I don't have any problem with it. Slowing down your life a little bit, taking down some time to see what other people are doing, Go out there and get some ideas. Go out there and rub your noses on the street. Travel here, travel there. I went a whole bunch of places. I even floated down a motherfucking river for 5 hours on a fucking black tube, and my back is still hurting from that bitch. Oh. I was up in like this place near Tallahassee, Florida, a little bit past it. I think it was called Bear Paw River. Oh my gosh. The Bear Paw River, floating down it. And, it's all good for a little bit. It's really fine. We're out there on these little tubes. We drive out to this little town. I don't even know the fucking name of it. But then we get in a van. Here, I'm just going to go from the story. We get in the motherfucking van, right? And me and my friend Nick are talking. We're just hanging out, enjoying life, going up to the river. And then we get on the river. The river's pretty cool. It's like a few feet deep. You can see the bottom of it. Everything's going fine. They say it's about like a 4-hour float. So, of course, I buy the little tiny black one, the little tiny fucking rubber sole. God, I bought that little tiny tube to float on for 4 hours. How dumb was I? Should have spent $5 more and just got the better one. The bigger one would have been a little bit more comfortable. They had a different one. They had 2 different sizes, and I let them talk me into buying the $15 one versus the $20. Now that's talk about peer pressure, and that's kind of peer pressure poverty right there. And that's the poverty. That's like the pressure to say, hey, we don't have enough for that, or it's no difference. And that's the thing of that's a thought of poverty, and a lot of people have the fear of poverty. So as I float down the river, now I have to, because I decided to choose the cheapest option, now I have to float down on the cheapest option with fucking dark ass waters and crocodiles and alligators and snakes, fucking big ass 5-foot fish that jump out of the fucking bottom of the water over the top of you. I mean, it was pretty cool for the first 2 hours, but after about 3 hours and 4 hours, my hands started hurting real bad. They're still pilling, but they're still pilling. Man, I had a good week. That's why I've been out. I've been traveling, just like the book. The Law of Success says. Every once in a while, you should go out there and see a little bit different part of the town. It's all right to go out there and travel a little bit. And a lot of people do travel. And that's good. And a lot of people don't travel. A lot of people forget that they can leave their bedrooms. Some people don't want to, but that's all right not to leave your bedrooms as well. You can have your own journey in there every once in a while as well. So it's not all bad all the time. Everything in life is just a flow, and it is what it is, because how could it be anything else? But let's go ahead and let's start shifting into our wakefulness as we begin this knowledge drip. Before we hop into Massive Movements Part 9 today, we're going to shift into wisdom. So before we do that, let's go ahead and take a quick break real fast. We're going to do some basic instructions for sitting meditation. before we get into this, just to help me, help you. And then after we do the basic sitting instructions, we'll get into something a little bit different. So here we go with the basic instructions for sitting meditation as you listen to my smooth, sexy voice throat flow, but good and clean down the back of your throat, into your cerebellum and down into your little right toe as the vibrations ponder silence, and silence ponders quiet. So sit in a stable and comfortable position. Remain upright and still. Close your eyes. Place and keep your attention on the sensations of your breath. Notice in the background all that arises in your mind's surroundings. But gently, refrain from giving in to the urges to engage and focus on or follow the various thoughts, memories, noises, physical sensations, or impulses to fidget. You gotta fight those impulses to fidget. Sometimes you do. I'm always fidgeting. Not really. Sometimes I sit real still when I talk to people. I'll get real still and I'll just stare at them just to see what they're talking about. Impulses to fidget that will arise. Allow them to fade away on their own, with your attention remaining on the sensations of breathing. Upon noticing that your attention has gone astray, gently reapply your attention to the sensations of breathing and congratulate yourself for this mini awakening to an awareness of this present moment. I hope you got all that. You're probably not taking notes, but if you are, stop it. Don't be taking notes from me, man. Because let me tell you, you know where I get my notes from? The great woods. The great woods of survival. I don't know. The trees, the waves, the beautiful way the clouds tower over each other here in the great state of Florida. That's where I go out, and that's where I sit and listen to the sounds of the death all around you, the sounds of the death that carry in the whispers of the wind, the sound of the water of the human, or the water of the thing that was once in a human, or a bird, or a dog, cat, skunk, alligator, as their water gets sucked back out into the air and we breathe it in. All these thoughts and actions, maybe that's part of the continuum of life. Now, I haven't written anything down on this yet, but this is all just coming straight from the nose, so it's probably true because I probably heard it somewhere once before. And that's the only reason I can probably even begin to even think about something like that and manifest it not only from thinking, but into my talking. Because I am controlling my manifestation. Woo, man, that was really good right there. So, we haven't been on for a while. It's been a long time. So, before we really get this off, and we've already woken up and shifted into wisdom. And that's a good feeling right now because we can feel that shifting of the wisdom. We can still, shift to wakefulness from a state of autopilot, lost in mental chatter. You can. Shifting to noticing what's going on. What's going on in my head? What's going on in your head? What's going on in my left arm? What's going on in my body? What the heck is this? If I took this stuff out of my body, would I recognize it? Would I run in fear of it if I took the stuff that was inside of me out of me? Would I shift? Or would I shift to acceptance that what is in me is what it's in everything? That is the way things are right now. Shift to kindness. Away from self-criticism, harsh judging. You hear that? Shift to kindness. Away from self-criticism and harsh judging. Shift to values-based action instead of acting out of habit and impulse. Which actually is funny because I wanted to go over the power of habit today. But actually, I don't know if I'll have enough time in this little 30 minutes that the great studio of the Big Bang allows me to have. They allow me to have more, but I choose my time. I choose how many breaths I want to take. And so does everyone else. Except for some people. Some people choose their breaths for a couple pennies. But that's all right. We continue on with our life. So, now, it's been a while, okay? And I'm jumping all over the place because of how great this knowledge drip is. And I got so much to get out. So much to see, so much to do. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You know what I'm saying? You never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. All right? So sometimes you just got to get down when you took a break and you got to get back into it. So let's go ahead and let's do our most famous one. Let's do the self-confidence creed. So hopefully you have your notebook. We'll start it at the 11-minute mark. We'll do the self-confidence creed, and then we'll do the self-confidence formula. So go ahead and grab your notebook, write down your times of days, and enjoy your sweet breaths as we ponder on our self-confidence creed. I believe in myself. I believe in those who work with me. I believe in my employer. I believe in my friends. I believe in my family. I believe that God will lend me everything I need with which to succeed if I do my best to earn it through faithful and honest service. I believe in prayer, and I will never close my eyes in sleep without praying for divine guidance to the end that I will be patient with other people and tolerant with those who do not believe as I do. I believe that success is the result of intelligent effort and does not depend upon luck or sharp practices or double-crossing friends, fellow men, or my employer. I believe I will get out of life exactly what I put into it. Therefore, I will be careful to conduct myself towards others as I would want them to act toward me. I will not slander those whom I do not like. I will not slight my work, no matter what I may see others doing. I will render the best service of which I am capable, because I have pledged myself to succeed in life, and I know that success is always the result of conscientious and efficient effort. Finally, I will forgive those who offend me, because I realize that I shall sometimes offend others, and I will need their forgiveness. All right, that's right there. That right there is the self-confidence creed. Now, we haven't done it for a long time, and also there's a lot of I believes in there. And I think we're going to try it again a different day. So somebody take some notes of what time we started this self-confidence creed. You can write into the show with that note time at reflife32@gmail.com. All right, you can go ahead and time mark that, and then we'll go over it again. We're going to change some words up, and I'm not going to tell you what words. If this is like your first time listening, you got to go back to a couple episodes from what we have changed the word from belief to. And it's going to get a good day. We're going to keep on going. Ooh, yep. We're going to keep on rolling down the street as we ponder on through a different type of crowd. Now that we have our self-confidence up, we've read it finally. We got our self-confidence up, formula up. We are manifesting ourselves. We're listening to whatever we need to do, because at last my leaf flutters. So, let's go ahead and get into what I have written for you guys today. So you just need to listen to yourself and, pull your own strings finally, because I am controlling my manifestation. So let me see if I can find it. Oh, right there. Now, maybe we've done this one already. Maybe we haven't done this one already. I don't mark it off in my book when I read it, but I think this one is a brand new one. I think this is one I had written during the weekend when I was out there fucking sitting in that boat and driving here, driving there, listening there, hanging out with cute women everywhere. It's a good life. And there ain't nothing wrong with just chilling and being happy with what you got. So, let's go ahead and get into what I have written. The difference between you, the reader, and the leader. The difference between your head and your feet. The torment of your thoughts, or the blisters. Hold on. As the phone rings, of course. Another very important call. Whew. So let's just jump back into it. Let's start from the very beginning because I forgot where I was. And you guys probably didn't because it's half a second. But for me, it was like 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and get into this, right where we were at. The difference between you, the reader, and the leader. The difference between your head and your feet. The torment of your thoughts, or the blisters on your feet. What is harder to handle? A tornado of unswindled potential, or the thinking game of a human mind? Dear leader of your success, as you begin to see these words appear before your true eye, your undoubted vision is going back to the question of your life. Is it easier to fight the torment of your thoughts? The spandex of breath and action will prevail. Our thoughts begin to give us what we need. The thoughts are a seed that has already been planted. And now we let our roots come to us and then away from us. Some of our human becomings are arbitrarily are not nourishing our roots to be completed. We spindle and sponsor the idea, but for a forsaken amount of unfilled short exhales, we rely on other minds to try to create our purpose. Whew, man, I like this one. It's a really good one, actually. You guys are in for a treat today. We do not try, and we do fail. Fail at the extinguishings of breath to build our roots deep, to allow our roots to be fully diverged into the 10 trillion pound unmovable rock. Thought pattern. Now, let's dive. Let's dive deep. Let's party hard. Let's think hard. Let's shift into wisdom hard. Let's dive into the third eye to manage why we forgot to do what we would be most successful at. Ooh, I like that. Is it the possibility of true living your life fearless? Or is it the possibility that you will fail at finding what you are tormented by? This tormenting mind, game of life, and the oppressing nature of your mind, telling you not to flee from different, but stew and glutton yourself in the same, the comfort of your torment. It is a pleasure to your mind not to try. It is an orgasm of mediocrity not to try. Your body will thank you for not doing its best, and your image in the mirror will look away, disgusted by your unavailability to have the power to manifest what you need. Woohoo! Wow, where's this coming from? It is true. It is easier to drown your mind in what could have been than the actual task of growing through the oppression. Oh shit, we're like fucking rocking hard in this one. The oppression is never going, for it sits still, not waiting for you to move, but adding more weight to crush your enthusiasm, to crush your thoughts and have your nerves unable to see the crack in the oppressing, where you could do all the growing that is needed. How far have you fallen? How much have crushed? Do your bones seep out of your skin? Do your motherfucking muscles present their bloody beauty on the ground? The answer is probably no. Your body is doing good, but your mind is fetched. Your mind is stuck. The oppressor of fear has you by the thought stricken. Your body continues to work and go out hard, finding that you are going nowhere, but your body continues to move you. The thoughts of your subconscious have still pierced with oppression. Not only realizing that you think you lack, and your body struggles to keep up with the mind's ability to think. I've been going over all of this feeling of not having enough. But it is only because I have this feeling of having too much. Too much responsibility, too many fake bills to pay, too many unimportant thoughts. Too many people to please, too many people that won't give the dark a chance, for they are stuck in a false light. Woo, what? Let me read that again. Shit, I gotta go back. What'd that say? If you do what is easy. No, it said too many people that won't give the dark a chance. Oh shit, where are we going with this one? They won't give the dark a chance? Who's not giving the dark a chance? For they are stuck in a false life of light. Today, dear leader, we are going to let go of our false light. The false sense as that you cannot create your own light, and that you must live in the artificial light of your unfinished and oppressed mind. Wow. Fucking, this one's so good today. You are now probably going over all the actions that you took to make money today. And where are you stressed? The passive aggressive approach. You take on your own life. For you're here today, you're gone today. One of Les Brown's famous sayings. You're here today, you're gone today. No more living. No more living in the false light. Go out. Go out into the dark. Take no light. Take no shoes. Sell what you have and give the rest to the poor. Come follow your subconscious mind into the darkness and see where you can create your own fire. Our passions on life will be misled by taking the actions of other thoughts. Your breath will favor yourself, and in yourself you will find what is needed to deliver that oppression from your mind. Big Bang. Wow. Whew, that was pretty good. So we're at the 22-minute, 33-second mark right now. Hope you guys liked that one. That was what I had written this weekend. Probably when I was floating down the river. Yep. That was pretty fucking dope, actually. I know everybody's getting ramped up now. How can we go from a great story like that to the next thing? I'm telling you, we got finishers, we got closers. We do it all here on the Big Bang. Everything you need, we got it in one place, baby. You ain't got to go nowhere. So, we're going to go ahead before we start Massive Movement 9. We're going to go into a phase of creating a big mind, and then we'll start Massive Movement Part 9 at the 24-minute mark. So, go ahead and relax down a little bit. Small minds create drama. Big mind is undisturbed. To activate big mind, take a deep breath. Slow down, detach from inner drama, and shift attention to careful observation of the present moment of sounds, sights, and bodily sensations. And if you have your notebook, you can write that down and repeat it as needed before we start Massive Movement 9 at the 24-minute mark. A union of the miracle of the mind. Massive Movements Part 9. Oh man, sometimes I rhyme pretty good in these. Could the possibilities of an unforgiving future determine your success? In Massive Movements Part 9, we are going over all the powers that most of us human becomings have not used. That is the power of a word. Now this word you use most to describe your being. The challenge of this word is the overuse. You will now begin to say your most used word out loud. Go ahead, I'll wait for you. Say it out loud. Yep, pretty good word. Say that word again. Say your most used word again. Go ahead. The writings on the paper will continue to wait. However, But I know. You continued on with the reading section, honestly thinking you have no faults, or the other mountain of thoughts, and thinks that all your faults you wear on your sleeve. How could the person that sits behind the pale mask be afraid of rejection? And at all be even more afraid of the mask in the mirror? It is because of the word that plants the seed in your subconscious mind. Now this seed of growth was not as it may seem. It was not always your subconscious mind. At one point, the seed was just in your conscious thinking, therefore making itself settled in your consciousness. The water to help the seed grow its roots into your subconscious was the water on your fucking tongue. The moisture that comes forth and lands on some other breathing being. You said this word, and your tongue gave the word to will this failure or windward to begin to dominate your thoughts. The seed began in water only now need a little dirt so that it could be buried. And that dirt, if you got that far with your idea, most of you don't. But if you got that far, was the action. You put some dirt on it. Now, the cost of your action brought forth the seeds, roots. Now that you and I have the fortunate gratefulness to know how the main word affected your life, how will you continue the word process that you choose? The direction of your life. I want to take you now in is manifestation, the party of your being, the master of havoc, the inspiration of your party. Manifestation. All of the words you decide to take action on are the manifestation. Now, just imagine a personal problem that you could get over if you use the correct wording, the power of your words, and the power of actions. How is it that when you need something but you only wish you had what you are in need of, it never shows itself to be true unto you? Well, after years of studying many people, the only reason I found is because they used the word wish. Now everyone knows that this word, what is used a lot, this wish word, is only found to be true in the movies and books, and there is nothing wrong with this line of thinking, that it could only be used in an imaginary sense of someone else's writing. Now just take a quick breath to go back over what you imagine. You are someone that breathes air. Saw. And that's the end of part 9. Whoop, whoop. What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and give it a good old... Woo! Yeah, thank you for the great cheering and clapping. Always filmed in front of a live audio students. Now we're coming to the end of the knowledge drip, almost 30 minutes in. So you know what we're going to close it off with. If you guys are ready, if you ladies are ready, if you people are ready, you can go ahead and open up the favorite book of The Law of Success in 16 Lessons. Go ahead and open it to page 79. And let's go ahead and go over the self-confidence formula and then call this a motherfucking day. Ooh. Let's give it a minute though. All right, we're going to start at the 29 minute 15 second mark. Here we go. First, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, aggressive, and continuous actions towards its attainment. I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind eventually reproduce themselves in outward bodily action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my mind for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to be, by creating a mental picture of this person and then transforming that picture into reality through practical service. Third, I know that through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of realizing it. Therefore, I shall devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of the factors named in the 16 lessons of this reading course on the law of success. Fourth, I have clearly mapped out and written down a description of my definite purpose in life. For the coming 5 years, I have set a price on my services. For each of these 5 years, a price that I intend to earn and receive through strict application of the principle of efficient, satisfactory service, which I will render in advance. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to me the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because I will first serve them. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, cynicism by developing love for all humanity. Because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my entire life, so that I will become a successful and happy worker in my chosen field of endeavor. Well, we almost made it, so we're going to go ahead and stop it at the here in a little bit. Well, guys, it was a great time. I had fun with you. Next time, we'll have to keep hanging out some more. Till next time, this has been your favorite Knowledge Drip Wild Thoughts with your host, The Big Bang. Bye.